Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani, and here's a really wonderful, well-rounded whole body flow. Grab your mat and let's get started. We're going to start today's practice on the back. Please come to lay down on your back with palms facing up alongside the body, and slowly drag one shoulder blade at a time underneath your back with palms facing up in a gesture of receptivity and openness for whatever you notice in this practice today. The feet are on the floor, hip-width distance apart. Lift and spread your toes so you feel the four corners of your feet connecting to the ground, the balls of the feet, the pinky toe sides of the feet, the inner and outer heels, and a nice lifted arch in the center of the arch of your foot that lifts right up to the inner ankle and up to the inner knee. Then spread the toes, let them soften down. Take a moment to consider your intention for today and what do you want to cultivate in this time on your mat. Let that intention help inspire the effort you put in. And you're noticing the natural flow of the breath in and out of your nose. Always returning to a sense of steadiness and ease in this practice today. Now press through your feet, and as you inhale, lift up your hips and pelvis. Breathe your chest toward the chin on the inhale. Exhale, roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back. 2 more times like that. Press through the feet. Inhale, lift up. Lifting the chest toward the chin. And exhale, roll down slowly along the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. And then again, inhale, lift up. All the way up. And exhale, lower down until the lower back gently melts to the floor. Then pressing through your left foot, squeeze your right thigh in toward your side rib, tractioning that right thigh in. Inhale and exhale, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, thread the needle and come into a figure 4 pose for a moment with both feet lightly flexed. Rock gently, massage your back, and release any gripping in that right hip so you feel the right lower back start to melt toward the ground. Pausing there to linger and breathe. And 1 more inhale. Exhale, lightly uncross. Step your feet on the floor again, hip width distance apart. Press through your right foot and hug your left thigh toward your side waist. Rooting through that right foot, squeeze the left thigh in. Then cross your left ankle on top of the right thigh, thread the needle and come into figure 4 on this side, lightly pressing that left inner knee away from your earlobe. Imagine your lower back sacrum, that triangular space at the lowest part of your back, before the tailbone. Imagine that area resting down toward the floor, and a little rocking subtly side to side might loosen up that hip. And then hug the legs a little closer. Uncross, full happy baby, elbows on insides of knees, hands reaching for the ankles or the outside edges of the feet. Soles of feet face the sky. Breathing in your happy baby, rocking gently. Nice broad collarbones. And then cross either ankle on top and rock on the spine and come on up to sit. Now, when you come up to sit, we're going to take the hands in front of the shins. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, round, belly to spine. And inhale, glide the chest through. Look up and exhale, belly to spine. And then inhale forward, reach on up. And on your exhale, we're going to roll over the knees and come into tabletop. Make your way onto all fours. Take your feet flat and then walk your hands forward a little bit and lift your belly over to the right and look over your left shoulder, look at your toes. So your heels are kind of dipping to the right. And then you lift your belly and wag your tail to the left and look to the right. And then lift, wag to the right, look left, and then lift, wag to the left, look right. And we're waking up the core a little bit in this way. And we're waking up the hips. And we'll come back to center and tuck the toes. Press the hips back toward the heels, finding this extended child's pose, stretching along from the pinkies to the hips. feeling the length of the side bodies. And then tented fingers, look between your fingers. On your inhale, slide your right foot through, right between your hands. Right knee is over the heel. We're going to come on up, belly in, reach your arms forward. And then if it feels okay on your shoulders, stretch your arms right up into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, finding a back bend with the back toes tucked under. We're going to inhale, pull the arms back a little bit, lift your chest. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Now lift your left thigh, spin your left heel down, and we're going to come up to warrior two. Drop your right thigh, gaze over your right fingertips. Breathing there. Rooting through that outer left heel and seeing that your left hand's on the same plane with your right. Good. And then turn your right palm up, reverse warrior, left hand to left thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over on your inhale. Exhale, right forearm to thigh bone, palm facing up. Pull your belly in. Left hand can be on your hip, or you're going to slide your left arm right up alongside the ear. Keep that right shoulder blade peeling onto the back. And spread the toes on your right foot. Good. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips. Exhale, release your hands to frame that front foot and swing the left heel over the toes. Take a big step right back into downward facing dog. In that downward facing dog, pedal your feet, lifting one heel at a time, waking up the backs of the legs. Shake your head out. Then slowly come into a plank, bring your knees down. On your exhale, come back hips to heels into your child's pose. And then tented fingers, lift your belly, slide your left foot through. Come on up. Keep the back toes tucked. Keep drawing your ribs in. And then arms forward. Plug your arm bones right into the shoulder sockets. Then reach your fingertips up and find that back bend. Good. Ribs are hugging in toward the belly. Gazing up, lift the base of the skull as the inner thighs scissor apart a little more. We're going to inhale and then exhale, hands frame that front foot. Now lift your right thigh and spin that right heel down so we have about heel to heel alignment. And then go ahead and lift on up right into warrior two. And gaze over the left fingertips. Then root through the outer right foot. Rooting through that outer right foot, look at your right fingertips. And drop that left thigh down again as you look to the left. Turn that left palm gently up and reverse your warrior. Keep dropping that left thigh bone down as you inhale, look up toward the sky. And then exhale, left forearm to thigh bone, palm facing up. For this version of extended side angle, we're tucking that left sits bone under the pelvis, pull your belly into the spine, and reach your right arm right up alongside the ear. Feel that right bicep hug into the ear. And the right shoulder blade pulls right onto the back. Now we're rooting through that right foot. We're going to reach the right fingertips forward, 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 and release your hands to frame that front foot. And pausing here. And then plant your palms, lift your hips, step right back to downward dog. Breathing there. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. From this downward dog, step your feet about mat width distance apart, and we're going to turn the toes in and the heels out. And then walk your hands right in between your feet and let your head hang. And as you hang, we're going to come into a little bit of a twist. So let's take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle or shin. Take your right hand around onto your back and swipe it left, trying to inch your fingertips right into your left hip crease. And then peek at your right hip. And hang from your left pinky all the way to the hip, the left hip. And breathe through that left side seam. And let the left ear drape toward your arm. One more inhale. Exhale, we're going to hang. And then we're going to take our right hand to the outer left ankle or shin. Slide that right hand around. And hang. And let that right elbow just kind of drag away from your left hip. One more inhale, and then exhale, coming back to center. Now from there, we're going to turn our toes out and start to drop your tail down, coming toward a squat. Now, if a squat is too much on your knees today, you can always sit cross-legged and meet us seated in a moment. If you can, take your arms on the inside of your knees, fingertips on the ground, drop your chin, and then lift your chest up. Take your right fingertips a little further away, reach, and then take your left fingertips up toward the sky and reach your left fingertips away from your right hand. And inhale and exhale, come on back to center. Your left fingertips, inch them away. You're going to open your right fingertips up and turn. So you're finding that little turn of the left rib toward the right rib, using that left arm to traction into your left inner knee. And look at your right hand. Keep opening that right knee over the heel. We're going to inhale, exhale, come back. Take your hands together. Bring your thumbs toward the center of the chest. It's Malasana, yogic squat. Let that lower back just dissolve down. And then we're going to go ahead and release and take your hands back behind and just gently sit down and take your feet forward and do a couple windshield wipers. Good. And then slide the heels out into a nice V. Reach for your toes. Spread your chest. Hold. Letting the exhale empty you out. Then drop the tail. Come on up. We're going to make our way down onto the back. Find yourself again on your back with your feet hip-width distance apart. Rest your hands on your belly for a moment. And then take your soles of feet together. Let your knees splay open into your reclined bound angle pose. Take a couple of breaths, aligning the crown of the head with the tailbone and letting the inhale expand into any tension and letting the exhale totally hollow the belly in toward the spine. And then at the end of the next exhale, start to squeeze the knees in slowly and heel toe your feet mat width distance apart. And go ahead and windshield wiper your knees side to side, wringing out your hips, wringing out your back. Go ahead and take a cactus arm there. Nice. Windshield wipering to open up and release any remaining tension in the body. And remembering your intention for practice, go ahead and hug the knees in, give a little squeeze, and then extend the legs out straight. And we'll take our Shavasana, finding yourself in your final Shavasana for a few moments to rest and relax. And that's really all we're trying to do, is to relax, to rest, and to allow everything to be as it is, letting all the joints soften, a lot of latent space flowing through the whole body. From the center of the heart, imagine a lot of good energy flowing through all the joints. Let the forehead soften, the eyebrows, the lower jaw. Let the thigh bones relax down toward the earth. And let's think about what we're grateful for today. What do you have to be grateful for, even if it's just to take a breath. Your awareness flowing like a light, a space, all the way into the fingers and toes. We're going to wiggle, inviting health, vitality, contentment. And then go ahead and reach your arms overhead, take a big resetting stretch. And hug your knees in very tenderly. And as you're ready, very slowly roll to either side. And then press on up to sit. Finding yourself again, sitting upright, sitting tall, shoulders on the back. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down through the central channel. And bringing the thumbs to the center of the chest. Honoring each other and this practice, dropping your chin. And I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Super thanks. And comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this practice. And I certainly enjoy having you here. And I look forward to having you again in class. See you next time. Take care.